Hello everybody and welcome back to One Last Turn and welcome back to Alchemy Factory and the One Plot Challenge. Today we are going to do some quests and make some black powder and make some malachite and some turquoise, and we will see where that takes us. That is the plan for so far, and maybe we'll be able to meet or to expand a little bit and make some other stuff as well. I'm just gonna pin our orders here. Especially these two would be very nice. It would be nice to make this bulk order for today, but we only have like 10-ish minutes in order to get 40 turquoise, and I'm not sure if it's possible. But let's give it a try, shall we? Basically, we need for turquoise, we need healing potions and we need sand. So we for sure have healing potions. Let's just take that here. And we'll confirm that. We'll put it on top here because we can actually use this sand that we got here to make our turquoise. Let's see, where do we want? Where do we want the stuff to exit? We want it to exit here. Let's let's put it there we go. Let's put it here, and we can get the fertilizer in from here. Just steal a little bit, and we can take the assembler. Take that from there, and we'll make turquoise. We need a full belt of sand. Okay, so let's let's get rid of that. And we will run the sand underneath here. We'll get rid of this. We will just get the fertilizer from the other side here. Just gotta make sure to take no, let's just move that there, and then we can take the fertilizer in on the side. And we get sand, full belt. We are then gonna wanna, well, this needs to run all the time, so that should be fine. And then we just need some seeds. some sage, some flax, and we'll see how many turquoise we are able to make before the day ends. All the way on the top here. Sage and flax. It shouldn't matter in which order. We can just throw down a box. And we just need to make sure that this one is put back. That should make healing potions. And it should make 10 per minute, so it should just be 4 minutes, and I think that is just enough time. So let's gather up the other items for the quest. In the meanwhile, we got some yeast powder there, and we need some more iron ingots, and we also need to get a Saturn and a bunch of Jupiters for the other quests. A Saturn there. Some bronze rivets is downstairs. We might as well just gather up all of the quests. We need 2 more Saturns. Oops. And a lot of salt. And we need some iron. And we have that here. So let's just do the quests that we can already do. This one was for today. And this one is a bulk order down here. 300 silver, very nice. And then for this one we are missing some more bronze rivets, some copper bearings, and we still need some more yeast powder as well now. That was the yeast powder and the copper bearings and the rivets. There we go. So now we just need the turquoise and we need the salt. And this does not seem to be producing enough glass. For some reason. But everything seems to be running. So I'm not sure why. Guess we'll leave that for now and see what happens, because we aren't producing extra sand, so it does seem like it's running at the speed it should. That is a mystery for me. Let's see, 26 turquoise, 27. We might like just make it. right on the cusp, really. Let's get some salt. Just gonna throw it into a temporary setup. I think we need 2 pieces of rock salt. We'll just throw it on the top floor. Need a filter splitter. I mean, we don't really. I guess we can just throw it all in a box. Okay. Could Let's just do this, and then we can move the sand that we have here into this setup, clean up a little bit, so we can process our sand into hopefully some perfect diamonds eventually. And we can do the same thing with the excess sand that's gonna end up here. Oh, damn. We didn't make it. Let's see, and we were a Saturn short because we took out a lot of quest awards, so it should be a pretty lucrative day, I would say, but a little bit lower than usual. We did actually make it, but I just wasn't aware enough of the time, unfortunately. That's okay. We got turquoises, and we have this one for in 4 days. We have a new sample request. That is because we have done so many of the we have done the contract for the, what's it called, those thingies, the bandages. This sample request is for the next contract for making gloom spores, and we can repurpose this, or we can just, I mean, can't just move on, I guess. What we can do is we can just use growth potions from now on and keep the advanced fertilizer downstairs, so we don't have to change anything. I think that makes a lot of sense. We still have a lot of height left to go, so I don't think there's going to be an issue there. So let's just do that. Let's just use the growth potions from now on, so when we go up higher, we'll use the growth potions, and on this floor we'll use the growth potions, but other than that, we'll just leave everything intact, so we don't have to deal with messing up existing infrastructure and stuff like that. That sounds good to me. We got turquoise, and I guess we want to get it downstairs to sell. But we do have one issue down here, and that is we are slowly running out of space. We're slowly running out of space to put things. We could take this, move it over here, and then sort of rotate everything so we have some free space here for jewelry. No, we don't have the room. Maybe we do. What if we move it here? No, we still need to get that like there. So we wouldn't be able to store it. Then we would need to move this back, and we can't or can we? Actually think we can, maybe. Oops. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. Let's do that then. We will move everything once. Oh, we can actually have that one step closer there as well. Then we can do this. Wonderful. Let's let's get everything moved around then. There we go. That's that part. And then so we are at a little bit of a we do have a little bit of an issue there. Getting the bricks in here because we have that there, but we can't we have it we can't have it here. Instead our nails. Good. That should be good then, and then we just need to move our bricks down here instead. There we go. We get rid of those. Oh, we can't really get rid of them, but we do have still a bit of a space issue. Ideally, we would need to move this one forward. Does seem to be possible. Just gotta get stuff on top of here. Get the soap. And we'll get the pulleys as well. We'll just move our pulley box over there instead. Then of course we can get rid of this one. And we can move this one over here. We can actually move it a little bit further as well. And hopefully we need to research it first though. The jewelry shelf. Let's get our stuff. Our soap and our linen sheets. Get those into there. And then our jewelry stand is accessible here. Oh, these two aren't. Okay. What if we move it back like this? Okay. That is accessible now. So we just need to get too close. Somehow we just gotta get our jewelry down here. And let's start, of course, with the turquoise that we haven't made. With a bridge. We have 2 spaces left and we need it to be here and here. Oops. And we can just move it. Oops. Maybe not the bridge, because we want it to go forwards. So let's just get a bunch more wood. Let's walk all the way up so we can get the correct height on this. There we go. And that would be the same for the other one. If we're able to make that, let's start there maybe, or let's see. What does it need? It needs copper and it needs clay. So we already know a pretty good compact way to make clay. And we already know that the setup back here is overly complicated because I misremembered the amount that these back here produce. Oh, and we're completely backfilled, so that's nice. So that would be that part, and then it needs impure copper or maybe just regular copper. Let's see, this one, impure copper powder, which we can get from iron sand and soap powder. So we need to replicate this machine basically. And then with this machine we can make copper coins out of the ingots that will be left over here. Oh, and we gotta remember to to replace this one here. So let's get 3 portals. Maybe just get rid of some of these excess stuff that we are running around with. Let's get 3 portal sigils. Two down, right? Yeah, so if we take this entire machine here and we do coins instead of bearings, then that should be pretty good to go. And this is just, it runs a little bit on money, a lot on fertilizer, and a little bit on coke powder, so that should be fine. Should be able to just copy it here. Oh, that's the day, and we need some more stone and we need some more wood. Okay, we need to get this up and running automatically as well. And we need some railings. I think I'm probably gonna say that in every single episode. Gonna keep falling down, at least. That is for certain. Okay, and we need 2 more rock salts, it seems. We should be able to just steal some. Let's take this one and another one. Now, this one is built to go along this axis and does take up quite a bit of space. So we don't really have room for it anywhere except for here. But then we would have to move some of these existing stuffs. So let's do that. Let's move this thing here. Cut, and we should be able to move it like here. There we go. That should be the same outcome. And then we need to move this. Let's rotate it. Okay, and we got a crude crystal, which is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to put it into the number 6. So actually we're missing one. Missing one here. So this would actually only be diamonds. But that's okay. Don't mind that. Those are sellable. We can just... That's okay. It makes sense to just make diamonds. But we want to get it into number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6. And we did not want to fall down that hole either. you want boxes like we said, so let's get rid of that one. And we don't want this excess. Do want the seeds. Don't want any of this. Cool. Okay, so now let's go see with that out of the way. Oh no, we still need to... This needs to not be here for the time being. We'll move that into place once we get... it's too far. Down and down we go. We did get this down here though, so let's just get that on the shelf. Here we go, that machine right here. We'll get this. So we want one space, and we can move it here. Nope. Said I wanted one space, and then I didn't give it to myself. Very nice. Let's cut it, and one space there. That way we can get the coins flowing into here. And we don't want this one, or we might, it might still be a processor. Yep, couple coins, 10 per minute. How much this is 10 per minute? So it should still be the same. Yep. So we'll just make copper coins there instead. And we will not make stuff here. We don't even want to crucible it. Just want the pure powder. And we want that coming out here, I guess. So here is our powder at 10 per minute, and then we need to, whoops, 7. Oh, we're out of gears. Small gears, I might say. So we get the assembler then hooked up here. That should make... we didn't research it, did we? Oh, we did. Where do we make it then? In a... Okay. Let me just see here. Just to be sure. It's good. So we make it in an athanor. Okay. Okay. Slight complication, but not the end of the world. It does make me want to change this up though. so I can use this existing space. What comes out? Crude shorts also come out, okay. So we'll get that will go in there. Then we just need to whoops. Need to get this fuel in. So get that there, and then we just need some of these so we can still get the fuel in. Actually, one of them, yep, like that. Okay, so that should take care of that, and then we just will have an output here as well. And this will actually be our malachite there, impure copper powder. We're gonna need 10, so we're gonna need 30 clay powder. And how much is it we are creating here? I think one of these columns here is 60, so we'll only need one. That is fine. We'll just throw one here in the corner. Let's confirm the copy of that, and we will give it some space. We need rope and wood. I know we have some extra wood on one of the floors. Here we go. And we also have some rope on one of the floors. There's that. Cool, cool, cool. Let's put that there. And let's get rid of this one on top, because we know we won't need it. All of this excess stuff. And we can also just straight up get maybe it is already changed up that one, so let's just so we want a fuel line here. And we don't want this top one, so we can get rid of this. Not that. So we need to get the clay up here. I mean, it does fit together rather nicely, or relatively nicely at least. And then we just need to get that in here. And the berries, they go somewhere as well. This is needed. Whoops. I think this is probably the berries here, so let's the red currant. So let's get that there. And this is necessary, this is necessary, this is necessary. Let's reverse these and get it from around this corner. The fertilizer, we'll get that from around that corner there. And this seems like it should work. So we just need to get fuel in. That would definitely be easier to get around. So let's just undo that. Look at fuel there. Then we will get our fertilizer in from here. Now we just need to run some infrastructure lines. Can get fuel there. And can get our fertilizer running there. And we'll also get our fuel for the copper part. Get that here. There we go, and the money is already flowing. That should be everything. So let's see. Oh, not everything. We need 5 flax, 4 sage, and 1 red currant. How is our... Or is this one needs to be done today? That's the salt. And this is an urgent one. Let's do that one as well. And this one we have a day for. Let's just do that because we have it on us. Let's get this one done though. But let's first put up the seeds. So this is gonna be, I believe it's sage. Yep, sage. That's down here. Sage and sage and sage. Let's just get the red currant there. Flax here. Then we have our flax up here. And our sage there. I believe this is wrong. This needs to be the other way around. This needs to be sage and this needs to be red currant. So let's get rid of these sages. And there's one stuck in there. Can we get it? No, we can't. Let's just build it over here so it retains the filter. That way we can get rid of it and place it back. And the filter should be intact. This should be sage powder, but oh, it did. These probably got gummed up with red currant, or it all did. So let's just fix that real quick and plant our sage. Get rid of these. There we go. And this should give us our clay. And this the soap is running, okay, because I forgot to get the damn pipes. Always remember to pull it upwards so you can get the pipes. When you copy. So that's one thing, okay. It's missing fertilizer, of course. And let's do it for real. And pull it off the infrastructure builder instead of just snagging it directly there. And let's also get our turquoise. Get our salt here that we needed. And one more Jupiter so we can do the quest before I forget again. Amazing, and the urgent request as well. So now we just got 2 days left for this one, and we have a bunch of money. I'm gonna throw it all in here just because there's no point in running about with it. At least I don't think so. Very, very good on the money front. And hopefully also on the malachite front. We are getting clay, we are getting impure copper. And we are getting malachite. We are getting crude shards. Cool. So let's get the malachite downstairs. get some more wood. And put the malachite on sale. Let's just throw it this way here. Got our malachite. Very nice. And then we need to get rid of these crude shards. We need to get it over here. This one takes the crude shards. So we need to get it in here. The only real way that I can think of right now off the bat to do that would be to make it go here on top of the infrastructure belt. I think that is probably the easiest solution. There we go. We have 7 of them. This is why I built it like this, for sure. Let's just get these extra ones from the inventory in there as well. There we go. Excellent. So that's malachite and turquoise done on this floor here. Very nice. And we are getting rid of the excess sand. We have a little bit more pocket sand that we can throw in as well. We are getting rid of the excess sand. We're getting rid of the excess crude shards. And we're making diamonds with them slowly but steadily. We did build this clay setup that doesn't take up nearly as much space as downstairs, and it runs entirely on growth potions, which we are also producing here, and I'm very happy with that. Completely backlogged as well, so we're not using nowhere near the amount that we're producing, so we can safely go on to the next floor for that. The next step I was thinking would be to go for black powder. So let's get that unlocked. Let's get that unlocked right there. And then we should probably also just... It doesn't really matter, but we should probably do the main quest. It does matter because we get points. So let's just snack some growth potions real quick. Get our way up to 100. There we go. We have a giant buffer of money, so that's not an issue. Main quest complete. Wonderful. That gives us some upgrade points. And we could upgrade the purchase contracts some more. Don't really see any point in doing that. We could try and get 2 more points from Saturn's and upgrade the entirety of our factory. But in reality, I would probably want like to go double what we have to avoid like being at 150. 150 seems like such a annoying number to be at, so we'd need 6 points from Saturn, so that would cost us a lot, but we do have a lot of money, so maybe it could make sense to burn like 1,500 silver on it. Could also just increase the fuel and fertilizer efficiency, so our growth potions and our soon-to-be blast or black powder is more efficient. Could increase shop profit, but we aren't focusing that much on that. Crest awards doesn't matter much. Alembic and extractor output we haven't really focused on, and we aren't using many cannons. I think I want to go on the fuel and fertilizer efficiency for now, and maybe we'll respec later on. We have unlocked the possibility to make our black powder. Question is whether or not we can fit it up here, or if we need to move it downstairs. We can move this a little bit closer over here so we have a little bit more space, but let's just see. Charcoal powder, lime water, and sulfur powder. So lime water is quicklime powder, and that is quite a big chunky setup as far as I remember. This is it here. Of course we could, it's not that big, but it is a little bit big, and I don't think we could probably make it much smaller with a cauldron either. Maybe a little bit, but not enough for that size here. But we do have room for one. So maybe it's okay. Then we need charcoal powder. Let's just see. Okay, 7 Saturns. 20, 17, 15 gold worth of profit with that. It's pretty crazy. Very nice indeed. Okay, so charcoal. Question is, I guess, how much do we need? This goes in an advanced blender. We have that, so let's look at the recipe. We need 120 charcoal powder, 150 lime water, 10 sulfur. How do we get sulfur? We grind sulfur ore, which is from pyrite, iron smelted. Okay, so that will produce excess iron, and we'll need to take care of that as well. Probably replace our iron setup downstairs. does seem like it'll get quite cumbersome. But let's let's make a new floor. We are... Oh no, completely forgot. Again. Gotta have room for those stairs. But yeah, we are making a new floor, so because we will have to make a new floor anyways at some point, might as well make it now, and it's gonna be easier to start the build. It's gonna be easier to start the build on a clean floor and then move it downstairs if at all possible, than the other way around. So let's just start, work our way backwards as always. We want the pyrite. That's in an iron smelter. Let's get some piece of pyrite so we can see the ratios. And I probably threw away whatever fuel I had on me, so let's get a few more. Just so we can see. 5 sulfur and 15 iron. We want 10 sulfur powder. Where is the filter splitter? Might as well do that immediately there, and we'll get the iron on the top. We will get a grinder. It does 1-to-1, so we'll need 2 of these. For our 10. And we can get the fuel in here, and we can get portals like that. There we go. Now this also produces 30 iron per minute. How do we deal with that? get a box for the iron. Wait, how much? Oh yeah, that's 10. So got iron and nails coming out of this, but I mean we will. To be honest, I think we're just gonna trash it. I think that will surely be the easiest. It's 30 per minute. It's not gonna replace our downstairs iron. Don't want to route nails that long. We could use it for steel at some point, so maybe we'll hook up a steel build, but this makes the same amount of sense in my mind. So that is the sulfur powder at 10 per minute, then we need charcoal powder at 120 per minute. And while we're running downstairs, we might as well... Actually, we need salt for that bulk order, and we haven't set up that, so I think we're just gonna not do that one. It's not like it was that much money anyways. Charcoal powder set up. What do we use charcoal powder for? It's this. We need 120, so that's 4. So that's just 1 table saw. 2 table saws, just 1 of these towers here. Let's take that. And coincidentally, we need some nails, which we'll have up there, but we also need some bronze ingots for something. And I didn't make the nails, of course. So let's grab some from down here. Oh, those railings. One day, I swear. Okay. No. And cut. There we go. Okay, so that should be that part. And we can just use the same. That's the reason why I oriented like this. Use the same input for the furnaces. And we want to make sure that we don't trash this. So let's see if we can place the trash can differently. There should be room here. And we can still get our full belt of charcoal powder. And then we need the lime water. 150. Let's build an extractor and a box. Just steal a few pieces of quicklime powder and see what the rates are like. Almost did it there again. 120 for 40. So we're gonna need 2. Because we need 115 or 1500. And we get 1200, sorry. So we're gonna overproduce. Right, it's 10. We need 2 extractors and we need 50 quicklime powder. So how do we get 50? Can we get 50? Each is 13. So this is 40 on 1. So 50 on 2. So let's grab 2. And we can chain these as well. This wouldn't fit downstairs, I don't think. It could maybe fit here if we do some rewiring. There might be room to fit it there, so we'll try and see if we can't do that. Now we don't need these 2. And we want to move these. So we can get rid of this extra one here. And we will move these here. And this one will just be underutilized. Then we have our extractors, like so. How's that? Just about 500. Okay, cool. Let's get our pipes in here. And then I would like to move this like here. Let's get rid of this for now. Let's try and compact this as much as possible. So we're gonna want to move these over here. And also this one. We'll move these back to here, I think. And these moves back a bit as well. Then we just need to get rid of the iron. It would be really easy if we could have it here. But we can't, because then we'll trash some of the charcoal. Isn't there... I mean, we could just raise it. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. And then we just need 6 portals. But let's see if we can't take this downstairs. It might be slightly too big. Yeah. It is slightly too big. Bummer. And I don't think... we would have to have it like this. So we would have to lose... Yeah, there's no way to compact it that much in that direction, unfortunately. So let's just take it and build it on this floor. We'll cut it and we will put it one, two, what? So like this, and then it needs to be 1. So it goes here. And then, I mean, it would make sense for this to backfeed, right? On the black powder. Instead of having to go all the way around. Because if this doesn't run, then it won't produce anything. Yep. So let's do that instead. And then we just need to get the quicklime down here, get our extractors, And our pipes anew. There we go. That should do it. Let's get ourselves some portal sigils. And one thing we probably should set up is a purchasing portal for portal sigils, so we don't have to jump down every time. That would make sense. There was a new quest. Takes the Mars. We have 2 new quests with Mars actually, which we can't make yet. So that is something. But we almost got our black powder here. Purchasing portal. Actually, let's just run the money belt here, and then purchasing portal, and there and there and there and there. And this one is going to be pyrite. This one is going to be pyrite. And we want another purchasing portal because I don't want to run downstairs to get some gelatinous cubes. And we have a little bit of money. That is mostly for these ones because pyrite is expensive. And this is just stone. Limestone, that is. Limestone, and of course this is gonna be wood, which is also cheap, and this will be wood as well. So this all just runs on money. We got our money belt there, and then let's get our fuel belt. Actually, let's not get our fuel belt. We just wanna slightly kickstart it. So let's just get a little bit of fuel up here so we can kickstart it. And then we'll dismantle that, and we will be only using the black powder to sustain the build itself, and that should be sufficient because black powder is 3600p, and what we're currently using the lavender coke powder, sorry, it is 700. So definitely a improvement, like 4 times or something like that. So that should this is backed up, so we can dismantle this. Money's flowing. Okay, so not everything is going good with the it's this one. But we do have some on us that we can throw into the furnaces to get them situated. Kickstarted, whatever you want to call it. Don't want sulfur and sulfur powder in my inventory. And we are producing our first black powder here. Wonderful. That will feed into itself and eventually also on a belt. Cool. So that is turquoise, and it is malachite, and it is black powder. All done. And we did growth potion in the last episode. And if we look at our tree here, we are at level 7. So what do we want to do next time? Well, we could go into level 7, get the alembic, the thermal extractor, start going further and further. There's only a couple of levels left, but they are very complex. You get the advanced shaper, more inputs for the relics and stuff like that. It's gonna it's gonna become a little bit difficult. There's also this fertile catalyst, which I believe is oh, it's not the best. That is the panacea potion. But definitely some more evolved stuff here. Involved, sorry. What have we left in our existing stuff? This is nothing interesting for us. This could be fun, but just it's a gimmick where you can fly around basically in your shop as a miniature person. There's the clockwork bird, which is a type of jewelry which you primarily use for flying around. It doesn't sell for that much. You can see 5 silver. Um, I mean, it is quite a lot, I guess, if you can produce many of them, but still. There's the pocket watch, which I believe we need later, but that's also a type of jewelry. Next type of jewelry, in fact, and the unstable catalyst, which we will need for the fertile and then the panacea potion. But we'll save that for when we get there. And then there's the Mars relic, and that is basically our options. Our options are alembic into brandy, lemon essential oil, sulfuric acid, and blast potions, which I guess actually only needs the black powder and the brandy. As you can see, black powder 3600p, blast potion 28, almost 29,000, and it needs the black powder, so maybe we don't actually make a level here with black powder. Maybe we go straight into the blast potions. That will definitely be interesting. We need 2 things for that. We need the alembic for making the brandy, and we also need the black powder, which we have, and then we need this ominous looking star shaped thing, which is made from this paradox crucible, which makes oblivionescence, which is what this thing is. So that is that is the paths. It's either going to be Mars or it's going to be blast potions. The Mars is a huge build, as you can see. Many steel gears, many the nails isn't that big of an issue, but the steel gears and the copper and bronze stuff is really gonna take us a minute to get, and probably take up an entire floor. And also it's gonna definitely take a bunch of fuel. So maybe we go straight to the blast potions, get that next type of fuel up and running, and then go back for the Mars. Although I don't know about the ratios. It seems like we would be making 10 blast potions per minute. Oh, this is an expensive round. Earnings are down a little bit. Only 200 profit, which is still profit. I mean, any day with profit is a good day, and we've had a lot of days with profit, so it's not an issue. Um, yeah, sorry for rambling. I think I'm gonna decide when we get to the next episode. If you have any ideas for what you want to see, let me know, and I'll take that into consideration. Unless, of course, I am too far ahead into filming that I won't be able to see your comments in time. But we'll see about that. It's either going to be the Mars or it's going to be the Blast Potion, and we will just have to see. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Alchemy Factory One Plot Challenge, episode 11. If you like this video, please leave a comment, a like. It's gonna help a ton. And please subscribe so you can follow along with the future episodes, and that I know that you guys are really interested. So thank you so much. And of course, who wouldn't want one last turn? But we're gonna have to settle with the next episode next week instead. See ya.